Karna and the Unwon prize. Years passed, and Karna's fame as a peerless archer and a generous king spread like wildfire. He and his loyal friend, Duryodhana, were now young men, their bond of friendship stronger than ever. They often spent their mornings in the royal arena, their arrows flying like swift birds towards the targets. One day, a royal messenger arrived at the court of Hastinapura, his voice echoing in the great hall. A grand tournament is to be held in the kingdom of Panchala. The winner will be hailed as the greatest warrior of the age. Duryodhana's eyes lit up. He turned to Karna, his face beaming with excitement. "This is your chance, my friend," he declared. "You must go and show the world your true strength. No one will dare question your greatness after this." Karna nodded, a quiet fire in his eyes. He wasn't seeking fame, but he would not let his friend down. He would compete to honor the friendship that had given him a place in the world. He spent the next few days preparing, his mind focused and his spirit calm. Before he left, Karna went to see his parents, Adiratha and Radha. They had grown older, their faces lined with love and pride. "Be careful, my son," Radha said, her voice trembling slightly as she hugged him tightly. Adiratha placed a hand on his son's shoulder. "Remember, Karna," he said, his voice full of wisdom. "Your skill with the bow is great, but your greatest strength has always been your kind and generous heart. Never forget that." The tournament in Panchala was a magnificent sight. The arena was vast, decorated with colorful banners, and filled with the greatest warriors from across the land. Princes and kings, dressed in splendid armor, all vied for the grand prize. As Karna entered the arena, whispers followed him like shadows. "Look, it is the charioteer's son," one prince sneered to another. "What is he doing here among royalty?" The old insults, once so painful, echoed in the air again. The king of Panchala announced the first and most difficult challenge. "High above is a golden fish that spins on a wheel," he declared. "The archer must look only at its reflection in the pool of water below and shoot an arrow through its eye." One by one, the greatest archers stepped forward. They aimed with all their might, but the task was nearly impossible. Arrows clattered against the wheel or missed the fish entirely. The crowd murmured with disappointment. Finally, it was Karna's turn. He walked to the platform with calm, measured steps. The whispers grew louder, some laughing at the thought of a charioteer's son attempting such a feat. Karna ignored them all, his focus absolute. He knelt, his eyes fixed not on the fish in the sky, but on its shimmering reflection in the water. He drew back the bowstring, his breath steady. In one fluid, graceful motion, he released the arrow. Twang! The arrow soared into the air, a golden streak against the blue sky. A moment later, a soft thud was heard. The arrow had passed directly through the eye of the spinning fish. A hush fell over the entire arena. The silence was broken by a single, clear sound, the clap of two hands. It was the princess of Panchala, Draupadi. She stood up, her eyes shining with admiration for the incredible display of skill. But the king, swayed by the jealous princes, frowned. "This victory is void," he announced coldly. "My daughter, the prize of this contest, cannot be won by a mere charioteer's son." Karna's heart sank. It wasn't the loss of a prize that hurt, but the familiar sting of being judged by his birth, not his worth. He had proven his skill, yet it was still not enough. He lowered his bow, his face a mask of quiet sorrow. Just then, another warrior, dressed as a simple man, stepped forward. He picked up a bow and with equal skill, fired another arrow through the fish's eye. It was the great archer Arjuna, one of the Pandava princes in disguise. Since Arjuna was a prince, the king happily declared him the winner and offered him the hand of his daughter, Draupadi. Karna watched as the princess, who had admired his skill, was led away to be wed to another. Duryodhana, who had traveled to watch the tournament, was enraged. "This is a grave injustice," he roared, striding into the arena. "Karna won this contest fairly. You deny him because of his birth, not his ability." The other princes drew their swords, and a battle seemed imminent. But Karna stepped between them, placing a calming hand on Duryodhana's arm. "Let it go, my friend," he said softly. "Their prize is not worth our peace." "True honor is not something that can be given or taken away by others," Karna continued, his voice steady and clear. "It is something we carry within ourselves. Your friendship is more valuable to me than any kingdom or prize." Duryodhana looked at his friend, his anger melting away, replaced by a deep respect and admiration. In that moment, he understood that Karna's nobility was not of birth, but of character. Their bond of friendship became unbreakable. As they were leaving the city of Panchala, a mysterious old sage with kind, knowing eyes blocked their path. He looked directly at Karna. "I have been watching you, son of Surya," the sage said, his voice quiet but powerful. "Do not let the injustice of this day cloud your heart," the sage advised. "Your path is a difficult one, and your destiny is far greater than winning mere tournaments. The world will one day know your true worth, but it will come at a great cost." Karna pondered the sage's mysterious words as he and Duryodhana rode away from Panchala. He didn't know what challenges the future held, but he faced it with a brave heart, secure in his own honor and the unwavering loyalty of his dearest friend.